Hello and welcome to another daily dose of Morrowind. When we last left off, we delivered a book to a guy, and now we have to go arrange a meeting for that guy. And to do that, we need to go to the northeast corner of Vardenfell by taking a ship to Tel Vos and go north up the coast. If we reach the sea, we have gone too far. Let us see if we can follow these directions. So I'm assuming that the
What can I help you with?
the Sadrith Mora docks are the ones we need to go for, and I know where they are because we have already been there. Hwacha! But now, of course, getting outside is the issue. I think we go through the Imperial Shrine and then to an outdoors area. Speaking of Imperial Shrines, that is what the spells of Divine Intervention do. If you cast a spell, or indeed use a scroll of Divine Intervention, you teleport to the nearest Imperial Shrine, which can both help you go to places you've never been to before if you use it in the wild, or just a way to reliably get back to a town nice and quickly. So there is, in a sense, fast travel in this game. You just need to have a consumable for it, or indeed learn the spell, which I kind of like. But the funny thing is, in Oblivion and Skyrim, I actually never use fast travel, because I like to sort of, you know, immerse myself, get into it, soak up the roleplay. So I always either take, speaking of Skyrim, it's been ages since I played Oblivion, but in Skyrim I either take the chariots, the carts, whatever you call them, the carriage. I take those from city to city, or if that's not an option, then I simply get on my trusty horse and go there myself. And it's a lot of boring dead air. I'd never show that in a video or anything, but just for me playing a game like this on my own time, yeah, I do get into that whole sort of immersive thing. Also, I've gone the wrong way. The docks are on the east, I remember now. Haha. But, so yeah, I like to do that. But with these consumables and spells and whatnot being in Morrowind, it might end up that I actually end up using fast travel options in Morrowind more often than I would in the games with fast travel, which will just be a fun little thing if that's the case. Anyway, enough messing around, let's get to the docks. Okay, here we are, cresting the horizon are the ships. So we need to find the one going to Tel Vos. Then when we get to Tel Vos, we go north, up the coast. So, given that I have no earthly way of knowing which ship takes me where, I'll simply talk to the respective captains. So this one is unmanned. I think that is actually a lie of a ship, so it must be this one that takes me to Tel Vos. That is the guess I am making right now. As you can see, I'm still bunny hopping away to grind up the acrobatics skill because it's only 38 right now, and I'm already feeling like I'm leaping a lot higher than I did at the start of the game. Once it gets to the higher echelons, you really do just zoom. And this game stutters and breaks as it is. I really want to see what it's like when you're leaping through the air.
Short trip, long trip, you decide.
Travel, so... Oh, this one cannot take me to Tel Vos. It takes me to Tel Brenora, Tel Mora, Dagenfell. So, can you tell me anything about Tel Vos? Nope. Allow me to check one more time. Okay. Take a ship to Tel Vos. So it's not take a ship to somewhere and go to Tel Vos. I should be able to go to Tel Vos. But this is not an option. So, is there anywhere else I can go right now? I'm in a great mood, by the way. I had a fantastic raid in World of Warcraft last night. Downed Mythic Guam, which my guild actually did last week, but first time for me doing it, and it was good fun, very taxing for a healer, and I topped the meters, so I'm feeling good about that. And then afterwards we just had like a really good meeting that sort of cements the fact that this is a great guild to go into Nighthold with, which is coming out next week and I'm probably going to put on the channel in some form or another. But yeah, I've been in a lot of volatile guilds since the launch of Legion, and it's good to have managed to find a seemingly good one before we get into the real meat of things. Like Emerald Nightmare, great starter, but Nighthold's going to be where it's at. Now I am seeing no other ships and nothing to do with Tel Vos, so I guess the next best logical step is to start travelling to other places and see if I can get there from there. So, Gonna quick save it in case this is a huge waste of time and money. And we are gonna go, first of all, to Tel Vos. Not just because it's the cheapest one, but because it's the one that sounds closest to my destination. If it sounds closest to your destination, it stands to reason that it's nearest to your destination, right? That's good logic, that's how that works. Now, okay, so we're in Tel Vos. So we're sort of getting somewhere, but I'm not seeing any ships. There's a ship over there, but that doesn't look like part of the docks, does it? That looks like it's off doing its own thing. So... Am I stuck in the ship now? I could well be stuck in this ship. If only I'd have ground out more acrobatics. There we go. This game can't handle that kind of geometry. It just shouldn't have it in there to begin with. Though I'm sure there's some sort of mod somewhere that makes these things super smooth and just a pleasure to walk on. So you, Tonus Telvani. Travel. Vos. Is this Tel Vos or just Vos? Alright. Take a ship to Tel Vos, and I'm now in a place called Vos. So what I'm going to do... These are the docks of Vos. Is Vos and Tel Vos the same thing? Tell me about Vos. Vos is an old Velothi farm village in the Grayslands. Dunmer have farmed here for centuries. Life's never been easy, and the Ashlanders have always raided and stolen our wickwheat and marsh marrow. But our new Telvani mage lord, Master Aaron of Tel Vos, protects us from the Ashlanders, and he's grown as a fine new trade house and docks. Tel Vos is Master Aaron's wizard's tower. It's very strange, you have to see it to understand. Master Aaron isn't afraid to try new things. Okay, so Tel Vos, as opposed to being a whole location, is just the name of a tower. This is something I have learned through talking to people, and that's great. So we're in Vos. I'm assuming that we're basically close enough to Tel Vos that I can now start following the direction of go north. Then again, it looks like I'm going to be reaching the sea pretty close. And if I reach the sea, I've gone too far. So I'm actually going to check inside this building first and see what's up. So there you go. See? Learning, exploration, and already I'm happier with this than I have been with the last few quests. Like, I'm not going to dwell too much on the comments I've been receiving, but I think the comments, some of them at least, are misunderstanding my problems. I'm not saying that the entire game is a pile of shit. I'm saying that the beginning was way too slow and boring. And yes, it's great that I can do all of this cool stuff in the game, but the game is not directing me to do all this cool stuff. I started the game, I joined the Blades, and they told me to do stuff for the Mages of Vice Guild, so that's what I'm doing. It's not my fault that the Mages Guild basically has you fetch books over and over and over again. But this is already more interesting because I'm going to new places and learning new things, which is exactly what I wanted. There was no reason for me to go to Jabashi's rare books twice. Do you get me? Do you understand? So let's talk. Good day, I'm Burkanus Varro, publican of Varro Trade House here in Vos. We rent beds, blah-de-blah. Can I smooze you up? I should slap you. Fuck, I'm bad at this. Do you get, like, persuasion skill even for unsuccessful ones? Or do you have to be successful to get skill? I don't know. Perhaps I should look that up. But I don't want to look too much up about this game. That's the whole point. That's why I've come into it so clueless. Because, yeah, I could very easily, you know, open up UESP or various other wikis and just know everything there is to know about this game and go through, like, a really good, efficient path. Be amazing.
You've stolen for the last time.
Ah, it's interesting. I didn't know that herbalizing counted as... Wow. It has been a long time since I've autosaved. You know what? I'm just gonna... Like... Can we settle this peacefully? For starters. No, we can't.
You're mine.
And my quick load button isn't working. Cool. I am just going to get back to where I was. and then I'll finish off my thought. So yeah, while I could very easily, like, look up guides and just know everything, I specifically want the joy of discovery to be in-game, especially if I'm making a video series. Because making a video series of something that's just me following wikis is not going to be that entertaining, funnily enough. But making a video series where I actually come to know Morrowind just through, like, playing it, that's a little bit more organic. So, to reiterate, I'm not, like, ignoring all the bounties this game has to offer. I am just flagging up the fact that the game is taking fucking ages to offer them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with making that comment. I think it is a fair comment. Like, by all means, consider Morrowind a beloved classic, but it doesn't mean it has absolutely zero flaws, and as far as I'm concerned, a slow start is one of those flaws. Also, wow, do slaughterfish just spawn out of nowhere when you enter water? Or did I get really unlucky there? Don't know, but either way... Oh wow, alright, that was quick. Off we go then. So that building that I was in obviously wasn't Tel Vos, so I'm going to keep looking around for Tel Vos. Could it be up here? It's a worthy question. Let's bunny hop our way up. No doubt eventually I'll be able to crest this hill in a single bound. But that does not look like the direction I should be taking. Here we go. Let's just jump around until we find our way. See, if there's anything that Skyrim has prepared me for, it is this. Just jumping up the sides of things until you find the exact right angle. Now, this place that looks vaguely like a path is probably the correct way, yeah? Grazelands region. Okay. So I'm still more or less following the coast. Let's see what this, first of all, is this... It is, that's wickwheat. Let's take some. Perfectly legal for me to take wickwheat outside. Even though presumably someone is growing this themselves, because that person I spoke to specifically talked about how much their wickwheat being stolen is a problem. So, sorry to contribute to those issues. Vos? Tel Vos. Alright. So they wanted me to go to Tel Vos and then go north. Like, flagging it up right now, that's what they said. Take a ship to Tel Vos and go north up the coast. They didn't say, take a ship to Vos. They said, take a ship to Tel Vos. So if Tel Vos is already taking me too northerly, and like there's nothing north of it but the sea, that's on the journal, that's not on me. But I'm assuming that Tel Vos is in here, and that
Matsera.
the Ahimusa is probably around here as well. The Asimusa camp. Alright. So it might not be here actually, because this doesn't look like a camp, but I'm assuming that the Asimusa camp is like there, but no, because that would be the sea. But it's somewhere near there, right? Anyway, point is, let's have a look around here, see what's going on. So someone's farmhouse. I don't need to go door to door to do this, because I have a map. Actually, it's probably easier to go door to door, because the map zooms in so much. Alright, some kind of farmhouse. So this is a farm, that's what I'm getting from this. We're at a farm. Alright, something cool in there. Another farmhouse. Another farmhouse. Another farmhouse. So is this Tel Vos, I'm wondering? Like, let's see what this is all about. I don't think this is Tel Vos, though. No, it's the chapel. Vos Chapel. Speaking of, I think there's another teleportation spell, other than Divine Intervention, that takes me to chapels. It's called...
Outlanders.
Let's see if I've got one, in fact, because I have pilfered a few mages' chests now, and that's basically where they come from. Yeah, Almsivi Intervention, that takes you to chapels, and Divine Interventions takes you to Imperial Shrine. So if I ever want a quick teleport for any reason, I've got those in my bag. So we're good there. This does not appear to be Tel Vos or anything of the sort, so I'm gonna head north up the coast. If I reach the sea, I've gone too far. Okay, I think I'm seeing something that looks like a camp up there. Some sort of cool tail creature. Don't know if that's the camp I'm looking for, but I don't want to just skip through all the exploration. You want to see what's out here too. Speaking of, while I'm here, and ruminating on comments that my videos have received so far, I've been given a lot of suggestions to mod this game, and of which mods to use, and quite a lot of the suggestions are coming with the caveat like, even the most computer illiterate idiot can use this mod. So just to reiterate something that I've stated a few times already, the reason I'm leaving Morrowind vanilla is not because I'm too fucking thick to use mods, it's because I specifically want to play vanilla Morrowind. I don't want to play some talented amateur developers' interpretation of Morrowind. And that's, you know, nothing against modders or the great work they do. I know modders hugely improve games like this, and so I will use mods if I play through Morrowind another time. But not the first time. The first time, I want to play the game as is. Because mods, while they might improve the experience, they will also change the experience. And that is not what I want. I want the actual experience first, and then we'll see how it can be improved. But I don't think that these are the guys I want. Let's have a quick look. No, not seeing nothing about no... Ooh. Here's something juicy though. Let's see what's going on here. They call them Corpus beasts. They come from Red Mountain. Once they were men, then blight storms came. Now they walk in the storms. They get sick, grow fat and stupid. Now they wander like mad beasts, killing and cating. Very bad, very bad. Red Mountain is the great mountain of fire in the centre of Vardenfell. The outer slopes are steep and rugged, and the crater is deep and filled with burning rock. Beasts and servants of the devil Dagoth-Ur live on Red Mountain. The settled people build a magical barrier called Ghost Fence to keep evils inside. Within the Ghost Fence, rain never falls, and sun never shines. The only weather is the red and deadly ash blight. Finally, a bit of juicy lore. This is what I want. Granted, the game has not led me to this. I found it organically, which is part of the magic, I know, but I finally found some. I wasn't going to find any of this going to bookshops and back. Do you get me? So let's hear about this Dagoth-Ur. Dagoth-Ur is the devil and the enemy. Dagoth-Ur and his beasts are servants and the source of many evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth-Ur dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called ash vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. The Ghost Fence is a magic wall around Red Mountain, we know. Alright, so we've learned a bit about, spoilers, the main enemy of the game. I already know that Dagoth-Ur is the main enemy of this game, because I know a few bits about Morrowind. It has been out for 15 years after all. By the way, just so you know, Vardenfell, as far as I understand it, is the big landmass. Morrowind is like all of it put together. I don't know if Solstheim counts as well, but either way, Morrowind is like everything. Vardenfell is the big chunky thing in the middle. So when people are talking about Vardenfell, that's what they mean. Vardenfell isn't like a city or anything, not like Vivec. I always used to get Vardenfell and Vivec mixed up, but no. Vardenfell is just the main landmass, I guess. It's the difference between Britain and England, Scotland, Wales, etc. But it's kind of like the inverse of that, because Vardenfell doesn't encompass the whole thing. What's this? Is this a Nyx Hound or something? I don't know my beast names yet, but let's have a look. You a Nyx Hound? I won't know until I hit you, sadly. And you won't know until you hit me. Alright. Yep, Nyx Hound. I'm learning stuff. But point is, I've reached the sea, so I've gone too far. So I'm actually going to go south now, because maybe Tel Vos is south of Vos. There you go. So I'm going to go look for this camp. See you in a moment. Oh, Jesus! I was heading up to this camp to see... is it what I'm after? But I've got aggro. Oh, proper. These better not be the people then, because otherwise I've bungled this meeting. My unarmored skill? Oh, I guess that's because I don't have helmet and boots on. So, every time I get hit, it registers that I have no helmet and boots. I get a little bit unarmored, but luckily, these guys weren't a threat. Jab you in the chest there, which I know is not the best way to use an axe. You're supposed to slice sideways, but what are you going to do? Slicing sideways seems to do nothing. You watch, I better kill him with it. Yeah, anything but the sideways jab. Alright, so let's use the engraved ring of healing. I know it doesn't give me much, but I might as well squeeze whatever I've got out of it before heading back to my proper heals. So I have 2 heals now, Balnia's Soothing Balm and Half Heal. I believe Half Heal is the stronger of the 2. Let's use it as soon as I've got stamina back. First of all, let's see what's going on here. Sir Surishpi, what have they got? Blunt weapon, don't care about that. How much is it worth? It's not even worth picking up to sell. What about you? Jan Asinabi. Another cheap club. Alright. Nothing going on there. I suppose I'll check out the camp and see what was going on. Looks like basically nothing. Am I going to get no context on this whatsoever? No journals in the fire? No journals hidden beneath a rock? Alright, well, they have names, but they were basically just angry people. Let's see if this heal works. If I'm right, and that red bar means chance of success, then this should work. There you go. So that's a pretty decent heal, quite cheap as well. At least I think it's a stronger one. Let's have a look. Oh, am I on Barney's Soothing Balm? I wanted Hearth Heal. Oh, well, we'll never know which one's stronger now, because I don't have enough health. Ah. There we go. But let's have a look. Well, I say we'll never know which is strongest. I could always just check. So this restore 3 to 12 points, so it's a range. And this 20 to 80. So yeah, Hearth Heal is very much a stronger heal, but probably not one I'm going to need to use unless I'm really hurt. Especially with such a wild variable in how much it heals. I am going to want to look for some ways to improve my restoration skill, though. I don't think healing myself whenever I'm a bit scuffed up is going to be the best way to do it. I know that in the games the best way to level up your restoration spell is to get some like anti-undead spells, because they usually count as restoration. Don't know if that's the case in Morrowind, but I will look around for some restoration spells that are a bit more spammable so I can get that up, so that I can heal more reliably, because I don't want my heals to fail me at pivotal moments. There we go. But either way, I'm no closer to finding this camp, so see you next time something of note happens. Okay, so we have looped around a little bit, basically filling my inventory with alchemy ingredients, which I'm going to have a great time with later, because it looks like Wiki Wheat and the Kwama eggs both restore health, as far as I know. Could be the Kwama eggs restore fatigue. But either way, I should be able to make a lot of potions that I could actually get quite a lot of use out of, because restore health, obviously great. Restore fatigue would be very useful for chugging, like, as a battle starts, so I can just maximize my successful hits. I'm assuming that like a high fatigue bar, just as it affects the success chance of spells, also affects the success chance of hits. I'm assuming that's how successful hits work, so the more fatigue I've got there, the better. And the reason I'm now rambling on is because we are at Tel Vos, yeah? So this is Tel Vos. Now, we were not told to go to Tel Vos. I will probably explore Tel Vos at some point, but I want to keep to the task at hand and head north. So we're heading north at this point. And what I'm now beginning to suspect is that the camp is literally on the northeastern corner. It's about as northeastern as you can get, and that the line, if you reach the sea you've gone too far, is not a serious line, not an if you've reached the coast you've gone too far. It's a joke line that if you're submersed in water you've gone too far. Now if it is indeed a joke line, then well played, creepy, zombifying Argonian gave me the advice, and I guess I still have a little bit to learn about following journal directions in this game. Does that justify the game sending me to fetch so many books? I'll let you decide. But the answer is still no. But either way, we're going to head to the very northeastern point and see what's going on there. But either way, even if not, we know where Tel Vos is now, so we can orient ourselves from that. They said go to Tel Vos, head north, up the coast. Now again. Yes, thank you very much. I know this is not them, because we cannot talk to them about anything.
I'm waiting.
So we are going to go this little bit further to the very northeastern corner, because that's what the journal says. Northeast corner of Vardenfell. If this isn't it, well then it's back to Tel Vos and sort of reorienting. But look at this. This looks like a campsite. It looks like we've found it. I don't regret my sojourn to the ever so slight south. I never actually got that south in the end because I was just picking flowers for ages, which is why I don't regret it, by the way, because alchemy ingredients equals either usefulness or money, and money in itself is useful. So I haven't wasted my time today. It's been a good day. Like, again, I know I'm harping on these points, but I don't mind that Morrowind is slow-paced. I can run around picking herbs for hours on end. It was that nothing of value was happening. The game can take its time if we're actually doing stuff like this. This is great. I found a new camp. I'm probably going to learn a lot of new stuff right now. I wasn't learning anything going through Vivec, finding the same bookshop twice. And that's not the only peeve I've had with the starting, but it just encapsulates it, which is why I keep bringing it up. The sheer redundancy of what was going on. Anyway, I know I'm like about to do the interesting stuff, but again, there's way more wheat out here. What am I to do? Am I to ignore this stuff? Hell no. So, just leave me a minute. Ooh, getting aggro from something. Okay, are there any shit potions that I can get rid of? Let's see. I'm thinking these cheap ones, as much as I could sell them, the potions that I can make with them will sell for way more. So actually, might as well drink one of these. So, I'm assuming the way you drink potions is the same as... Yep. Did that even work? It did. So, oh, and I'm no longer over encumbered, so that's great. Come to me, little beetle. Ooh! It did a thing. This skulk. Yeah, what's that all about? Well, we'll never know because it's dead now. What's this? Skulk resin. Cool stuff. Anyway, picking wheat. Okay, you know what? Sorry to be a dick, but I just spent so long picking wheat that I don't have time to do the rest of this video anymore. So I think this one's going to be a decent 20-minute one anyway. But the point is, we're going to be getting into this camp next video, because I have other stuff to do today. So, ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, Morrowind, you and your boundless fields of wheat. I'll see you later.